Difference, I don't think there's a difference because I know what I'm trying to do. And my hustle is adopted from what the Americans have been doing. So I understand why Americans sell. I understand the secret of over-exaggerating the real life the situation and having something to believe in. I think when I'm angry, people don't know this, but when I'm angry, the only thing that calms me down is watching the Cosby Show. People don't know this, but like, I love the Fresh Prince and I love Different World, but the Cosby Show was that family that I wanted to be in. They dealt with real life situations, but they didn't make them, you know, someone that works in a train station. They didn't make him a janitor. They made him someone that was a doctor, something to aspire to. And I always looked at the Cosby Show's family and thinking to myself, that's a family that I want to aspire to. I think over here, we should, you know, when people say keep it real, we keep it damn real. And that's the problem sometimes. When you watch the Crouches, it's someone that works in London Underground. I'm like, I don't want to see that. That's not motivating me. I want a bigger job than London Underground. Do you know what I mean? Living with your gran and your granddad, like, you know what I mean? It's like showing us problems that we, you know, I don't need to see that. This is my house. So I think when you exaggerate things and you show things in a positive light, hence, I think the latest thing for me is Run's House. Real family. It's a reality show. And America have now learned that you can be positive and get a lot of viewers from it rather than showing dysfunctional families. And I think that's a new thing that's inspiring people to say, yeah, you know what, I'm looking at this family and I think, you know, the woman lost her baby and she didn't try and edit it out, she put it in there because it's real. Because now people that have that understand that it's not the end of the world and you can continue moving. So I'm about things that inspire. So I think the hustle between here and there is, when you're broke in New York, you're broke. There's no, I'm broke and I'm still raving. Like, there's no broke and I'm coming out of clubs drunk. No. Like, and I think that's the main difference. You see what I'm trying to say? When you're broke out there, that's what it is. And when you see the people, because I live in Harlem now. So when you're in Harlem, you see people like just really just at the bottom. You understand like the hustle when they get there, and it's that journey from getting to that, from that point to where you want to be which is inspirational. And sometimes I won't have a show, or I won't have nothing to do, and I'll just walk in Times Square. I walk there and I see so many images of black people in high places that uplifts me. And I think I can walk around West End for 5 years, straight, every day. I will never see that. And for me, that's what I need to be around. And, you know, me moving to New York was timed with, you know, having a black president. And, you know, something that's really, that I'm trying to change, and whether it's going to be me or whether it's going to be someone that I'm around, you know, we've been in this country, black people have been in England for a long time, and we've never had one black leader. And I know people say Trevor Nelson, no, Trevor McDonald, he reads the news. Let's not get it twisted, do you know what I mean? And he does a damn good job at it, but he reads the news, he's a newsreader. He's not an activist or anything like that, and I think we need to start building our own heroes. It's fine for us to be in schools listening to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and after a while, they're American. As, you know what I mean? They're black, but after a while they're American, and they have no relevance for a young person coming from Hackney. So I'm trying to be a comedian that's getting all these people into one room but saying something. You know, I've gone past them, ha 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 ha. I'm not at the stage where I have to prove if I'm funny now. It's you know, God's blessed me to get all these people in a room. What am I going to give them? Don't be sold at how things look. Do you know what I mean? It's what it is. I don't care about looking good. I don't care about fancy cars and all this other stuff. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I look at people that are wealthy, and most of them dress any way they feel like. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They don't look flamboyant. Like, I don't have a car. Do you see what I'm trying to say? You will see Kojo on the train. I like to keep it that real because I'm not trying to fool anybody. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I think when they come into the mindset of wanting to be an artist, whether it's comedy, whether it's a musician, understand it's what it is, that's what keeps it real. And if you're talking about what it is rather than what it looks like, that's what separates you from everyone else. As a comedian, I live my life to the fullest. That allows me to talk about different things from everybody else. If everyone's living the same life and pretending to be bigger than what's actually going on, that's when, you know, you got people taking drugs, you got people, you know, that can't go out and they're just stuck in this bubble. Do you know what I mean? So I like to live in the real world. The lack of ethnic minorities being promoted. America has so much more racism times 50 compared to this country. But there's a black channel, there's an Asian channel, there's a Hispanic channel. Like, they understand that I'd rather you make money and me make money than no one make money at all. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's the American mentality. Whereas over here, it's like, you have to do, which is not a problem because it makes us strong. What's going on over here actually makes us stronger than what, you know, than our counterparts. You see what I'm trying to say? So as a black artist, it's important to me to nurture that strength and make noise with it. And white people, all they're interested in is stats and facts. And when you're delivering stats and facts, you know what I mean? That's it. And hence, with my Fresh Prince of Hackney show and The Young Gods, when I did it for MTV, I wasn't paid for those shows. But now I'm in a situation now where I've delivered high-profile shows, charted very, very high, in a time when it's congestion. I mean, not congestion, credit crunch. I've been given a budget to do a show, so that shows that I'm talking with stats and facts. So once I do that, it's better for it. So I just think the media needs to just let everybody excel. We can only grow. We can only grow. We can be a United Kingdom like the United States have a United States now. It's not a united until we're all smiling. Comedy is not just about laughing. Comedy is about fashion. Comedy is about attitude. Comedy is about what people are going through. It's a source of counselling for so many people. You come down and you hear a comedian talk about things and you think just, wow, like, it's funny, but I'm actually going, that's me he's talking about. And how does he know that? And it's amazing how much we understand ourselves through hearing it through someone else. I think it's an important event because it shows young London coming through and being together and not causing trouble. And that's important to me. All the young comics that are on the scene now would have been MCs had it not been for comedy. And that's the fact, because that's all we knew that was our success route. That's all we knew. Even when I was coming through, I came through like the whole jungle era. That's what I was trying to get into. Because I didn't know about comedy or anything else. I was just forced with music. And I think this is another avenue for us to be creative, as there's you know, artists now that are now doing different things. People that paint and draw. A lot of people are getting into fashion now. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So it's so many avenues to be creative rather than it just being music, because that's what we're associated with immediately. And I think seeing black people together having a laugh without causing trouble, because we've been doing it for 5 years at Cork, so this is just letting the whole of the Europe see exactly what's going on. And I think there's a buzz, man, and I think so much people's going to get. We've got the whole grime situation involved in the comedy club. We've got Kano performing, KIG. It's what Nick Cannon's been doing on his Wild and Out show. It's what Def Comedy Jam's been doing for years. And through that, you've had Cat Williams has blown, you've had Chris Tucker, you've had Dave Chappelle, you've had Martin Lawrence. You see what I'm trying to say? And I think once we do that, you get the Babatundes making the names for themselves, and the Fumbis and the James and the Kevin Jays. You see what I'm trying to say? You get them having their time, and I think that's what we need to do. People should watch the show on April the 7th because you ain't seen nothing like it over here. It looks American, it's got that American feel, but it's all UK. And I think what I aimed for is the best. I'm not having people that I know as friends or people. I don't do favours when it comes to television. My thing is that if you're the best at what you do, you need to be seen. And that's the bottom line. Even if I work with people that I don't even like, because it's about business. You see what I'm trying to say? And I understand that. But this show, you should watch it, because if you don't like the comedians, you're going to like the Funhouse girls and guys. If you don't like the Funhouse girls and guys, you're going to love the PAs. If you don't love the PAs, you're going to love the game. So, I mean, there's too many reasons to watch it. It's going to be bright, it's going to be colourful, it's fresh, and it's our voice. And I think that's what we need to be seeing on TV, our voice.